Yeah, I'm here, man. Thanks for inviting me onto the show, Andy.
Yeah,
Much appreciated.
Pleasure to have you, man. Do you want to just tell everyone listening, like, a little bit more about you, like a bigger kind of introduction of who you are and where you come from, kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. Well, my name's I go by the name Napalm. That's my stage name. Some people say Napalm. That's an unusual choice of names, especially for a Christian rapper, because normally Napalm in itself is associated with destruction and so forth. But the reason why I adopted that name is because it's also fire, you know, and it's a fire that can't be put out, and that's how I relate to myself. That my fire for God, metaphorically speaking, is a flame that can't be put out because of my zeal for the Lord. And as we see throughout the Bible, that fire is also used to bring purging and cleansing and to bring refinement. And so when I write my songs, that's the goal I have, to be able to use my song to bring refinement and cleansing and destruction on the works of the powers of darkness. Kind of like that, really. That's why I call myself Napalm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds dope, man. That's obviously good thing you've actually got, you know, some significance as to why you called Napalm. That's a good thing.
Definitely.
Oh, man, so what have you been doing with your music career up until now?
Right, well, I've been grinding on YouTube for about 5 or 6 years. I was doing a few covers of secular songs and turning them into gospel songs, taking some of the beats and writing my own songs. I've always written my own lyrics, so I've never had any ghostwriters or anyone writing for me. I've actually got a producer at this time in New York, and he does all my mixing and mastering for me. He goes by the name of Eric Catalan, and he's Truth Music Studios. But a lot of my music's been played in America mainly, on a radio station in Texas, Cincinnati, and New York. So this is my debut into the English radio scene. So I'm really excited about this opportunity because I've been wanting to make a bit more of an impact at home rather than just abroad. So yeah, this is definitely, I've been waiting for this, definitely waiting for this opportunity. So thank you again, Andy.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. That's probably a great way to do it. Now, since you said that, I'm thinking about it. That's a great way to promote artists, I guess. Like, get them a producer in whatever country they want to promote in.
Yeah.
That's an awesome way of doing it.
Yeah, because my producer, he charges, he's pretty cheap, so he's affordable. And I don't actually make any money from my music. I use my music for gospel outreach and strictly gospel outreach. So whatever money I put into it, it's my own money. I don't get funded, and so I don't get any financial comeback from it, but I do get the pleasure of being able to share God's word and sharing the gospel through the music. And the satisfaction of that reaching people for Christ.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. I've never actually, to be honest, I've been in the scene a while, and I've never actually heard that from an artist. I mean, some artists would say it, but they're still kind of looking to get something. But first time I've heard it from someone to actually say, basically, like, they're putting it into their music and they're not expecting anything back from it, or they're not wanting anything back from it. So that's pretty amazing, man. Yeah,
what I do want back is I want to see souls reached. I want people to come to know Jesus through the music, and also for people to be able to say that song helped me through a difficult time, or that song really sort of uplifted me when I needed it. That's the reward that I expect to get in that term, to see people benefited from the music that I put out. But yeah, definitely money, definitely not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How long have you been in the music scene altogether then?
Okay, so yeah, I've been putting music on YouTube for about 5 or 6 years. It's been very slow, obviously, because when you first get out there, nobody knows you, and you have to get to know people, and people have to get to know you, and there has to be that sort of trust and friendship built. And also you have to put as equal effort in helping other people share their music as they do yours. And I found sometimes that's the problem, that people, they queue up to share their music with you and for you to share theirs, but then there's no return in the way that they want to sort of put time into sharing yours and so forth as well. So it's a bit one-sided.
Yeah, man, I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no names mentioned, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. But that's a sad thing about it, I guess. There's a lot of people out here saying they're Christian and they're not really doing it for that, you know. Or, you know, even still, if you are making money from your music, there's nothing wrong with that, but you still got to have the heart's intent, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, when people put in hundreds and thousands of pounds into making a music video and all the top quality and everything, they obviously need to make something to be able to invest in that. But because I haven't actually made any music videos yet, just basically because I can't afford it, to be honest. There's a lot of involvement there. So mine are just simply, I record them at home in raw form, then I'll send them off to my producer, and he mixes and masters it, and then we'll just put it on YouTube with a record cover, and then that's it. So it doesn't cost too much, especially as I only release once a month. So it becomes affordable.
Yeah, well, that's still pretty good that you release once a month. That's obviously then you've got a lot in your kind of catalogue then. Yeah,
I've got a few. I mean, I've got 2 coming out in September, hopefully. And I get my beats from professional producers. I buy them from them or lease them. So when I look for my music, I look for music that can carry the message through like a river to the heart and soul of a person. My music actually is not stereotypical rap, as you may have noticed yourself. It's not always particularly fast and beaty. Sometimes it's quite thoughtful and quite a lot of melody to it. And people are sort of taken back by that sometimes because when I say I'm a gospel rapper, they just expect me to sound like secular rappers, but with Jesus sort of mentioned in it. But then when they hear the music, they're like, oh, I can actually sit down and listen to this. Even older folk, I find that quite a few older folk actually can handle listening to my music because it's not hectic.
I think that's good though. I think the fact that you're putting a thought into it makes it a better track. I've always said that any track that has some kind of emotion or thought process in it is going to sound better than just a hype track.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, a hype track's still good, but you need them. But I mean, the thought-provoking ones or the ones that have emotion in there, they tend to do better anyway. Yeah,
that's right. But at the end of the day, I mean, in the secular world, people will put images on. My music, there's no image there. It's just me. I'm not from the ghetto. You know, I grew up on a council estate, so I do know. I do have mixed with people of all walks of life, but I'm not from the ghetto or anything, so I don't pretend to be. You know, I'm just an everyday man, really.
Oh man, so where do you see your music going then? Are you just chilling with it? Have you got anything like bigger projects? These 2 that are coming out this month, are they part of something bigger?
Well, it's part of this year's album actually, because I've got about five records out so far. This is going to be, the next 2 are going to be part of the album for this year. I've been featured on Mobo, on the Mobo site. I haven't been nominated for Mobo Awards, but I've been featured on Mobo and a few others. So at the beginning, I never expected to have as much coverage as I've had now. I mean, I never saw myself being able to be on the radio like I am today, or having as much sort of coverage and people showing an interest in my music, because for the first thing, some people find my accent, being from Essex, unusual. And if you're from the UK, it's not so bad. But when you get to America, they're a bit like, well, that accent's really quite different, because they think we all speak Queen's English.
Yeah, I think it's good though. I think it's good. Like, your accent it brings something different to your rap, man. I like it, to be honest.
Oh, thanks, cheers.
And I think if Americans are going to say that, then I don't know, man. Maybe it's just you said that he was playing in Texas, because Texan accent is quite different, though, isn't it?
Yes, it's quite. It was actually New York, of all places, that some of them found that it's a little bit difficult, but not all of them. I mean, my producer, he's got no problem understanding my accent, otherwise he wouldn't be able to mix and master my music. But I think stereotypically rap is American dominated, and even some British people, when they do their rap music, they unconsciously or consciously put on a bit of an American twang. whereas I've kept it as me. And in the beginning, I found that difficult as a stumbling block for me, because I thought, I don't want to sound like me. I want to sound like someone. I want to sound like a really good rapper. But I thought, but then I'd have to be false. So I just thought, right, well, I'm just going to be me and hope for the best.
Man.
And you do get people from the States say, I like your accent. So I'm like, oh, good.